partner program, which is an insight platform, and we help them build their entire business.
Departing from relying on another company. A feature can't be added.
Have you ever wondered what it looks like when a 19-year-old founder who knows nothing about coding runs his software engineering team? Well, I'll tell you one thing for sure, it isn't pretty. So I'm going to be showing you guys the recording of a first startup, so that's what we call it. It's a stand-up with our software engineering team, how we manage them, how we keep the environment as good as working in person, and the communication between our software engineers between one another. I hope you guys find some sort of value from this. This is more so documenting my journey so you can kind of see as I scale up. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a project manager, so we do have a project managing software engineer, but this is just overseeing the entire team, keeping them together, keeping them in touch with our company, not just mindlessly working on a virtual job, right? We're trying to keep the environment as great in the company as possible so that our employees are happy, so that in return, we get honest feedback, good results, and a good environment overall in the company. So this, I would say overall, is just for documentation, as well as just a structure to see how it looks like and to show you that it's not as intimidating as it might seem to, be unorganized, make mistakes on some of these calls. You're not supposed to get everything first try in your business. And yeah, I hope you learned something and maybe don't make the same mistakes as I did during this call. So play the recording now.
Join here. Roger, how's it going? Nice to meet you, man.
Looking for the mic.
Hey everyone, nice to meet you too. Yes, how you doing?
Yo,
Doing
what's up, Roger?
good?
Nice to meet everyone.
How's everything going, Roger? So, just so
Well
you know,
so far.
Fathom, Roger is our fulfillment engineer. He's honestly pretty overqualified for the position. So basically, whenever we have a new client build, he comes in, communicates with the client, and then actually builds with their agent, integrates it with their CRM, etc. And then when he isn't doing that, he's actually an AWS god. So we'll have him working on that, right, Christopher? Oh, Christopher's frozen.
Oh, we got
But
we got Paul in here now too. Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
we got Paul in here as well.
questionable internet over there. Paul, how's it going?
Hi everyone.
Hey,
How's it going,
Yo,
Paul?
what's up, Paul?
fine.
Are you feeling better? Are you feeling better? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. I have trees.
Okay, that's good.
Awesome. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Sweet. Christopher, I don't know. Oh yeah, you got some shoddy Wi-Fi over there, eh?
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me go to a different room. Be right back.
He always got to move locations. Yeah.
All right.
So basically, guys, what we're gonna do is every Friday we're gonna have these calls. Like they shouldn't be longer than 15 minutes. It's honestly just gonna be a check-in, saying hi to everyone because our all our engineers are from everywhere around the world, right? So we wanna have some sort of face-to-face community-based sort of thing, and then we'll also have like just a check-in so everyone's correlated. So I'll just give you an example of what I mean by that. We had one of our back-end developers. His name is Ishmael. He's no longer with us, and he was working on like the back-end code. And there, I got on call with him, and he basically asked me, like, how does the AI work? Like, how does it call? So, so basically, what I mean when I want everything correlated is I want everyone to understand what's going on top of what you're already doing. So I want Roger to know what Paul's doing. I want Paul to know what Fathom's doing, because if you don't have a true understanding of what you're working on, even if it is separated into, back end, front end, full stack, whatever, it's important to understand what's going on and what the overall goal of the project is and what insights, looking for. I'm going to be talking about the future of the company, the SaaS, what we're going for, the features on these calls. So this is more just going to be like, bro, I don't really have anything prepared. I also needed to meet Fathom for the first time. So me and Jax won't be present on every single one of these calls. We'll try and make, most of them, but that's basically what we're doing here. So yeah, I appreciate your patience. It'll be a quick call, every time. We shouldn't go over 15 minutes. Maybe if we're going over like a roadmap, feature roadmap for asking your guys' feedback and advice on certain things, and we might go overboard a bit, maybe 30 minutes. But that shouldn't be an issue. Awesome. That's all I had to say.
Cool. All right, guys. So, right, who should we start with? I'll say what I've been up to this week, and we can go around, right? So, what I've been up to this week is mainly working on the recordings. So, I've been working on a client-specific issue. So, right now, when we call, we rely on the current tags that Bland uses to analyze the call. Now, the problem is with this system, firstly, they don't give us a I've tried to DM them a couple of times on like the disposition tag, which is what basically it's the call outcome, right? Whether they're interested, uninterested, and so on. The problem is with that, number one, it contains a lot of false positives. Number two, they don't actually have this documented anywhere, so it's hard to know how many disposition tags they have. And that has caused us a few issues when we tried to run a batch phone calls with one of our clients. So now what we're doing is we're giving the analysis, we're basically giving the AI a prompt whenever it finishes a call to analyze the calls into different categories. So one would be an anomaly. So if the phone call just didn't make any sense, or like, the user is not compliant, or just whatever the case, we'll mark it as an anomaly. If it goes to voicemail, it goes to voicemail. If they booked, then it'll mark it as booked. If they're interested, it'll mark it as interested, and if they're uninterested, it mark it as uninterested. And of course, if they like say never call this number again, it will mark it as do not disturb. So now that we have all of these categories, it allows us firstly in the future now to filter calls by actual like tags that we have, like that we currently keep track of. And secondly, it also allows us to charge the user a cheaper rate than just like a standard rate. Because a lot of phone calls, a lot of the time when you use this app, right, to make a bunch of calls, you'd find that a lot of the phone calls will go to voicemail, and you end up wasting all your credits on voicemails, or just all of these unneeded calls and stuff. And of course, that raised a few issues with our clients. So now we have a preventative measure that basically prevents this. So that's what I've been working on this week. It has been deployed yesterday. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, this and a few and I'm sorting out a few issues with our clients and stuff. But yeah, you guys have any questions?
One thing I'm curious about is with, of course, the new engineers, and Paul maybe as well, actually. Do you guys,
Okay.
I don't know if we've discussed this with you guys. This is less to do with the engineering side of things, but just how we operate as a business as a whole. Are you guys aware of how we acquire clients and kind of what our business model looks like to bring people to the platform? Have we gone over that? I don't think we've gone over that with you guys, right? We're more so focused on the technical side of things. So to cover what Nick said there, right? We don't want to be in a position where we have one of you guys in a situation where it's like, how does the AI call? Or like, how do you guys even get clients or stuff like that? So I kind of want to just give a quick breakdown of how we acquire clients and what our goal is with the platform even. So obviously we have businesses who come to us and they want us to build the AI into their business, right? For whatever it is, appointment booking, customer service calls, whatever it is. And we do that. And we charge a one-time fee for the build, and then they pay usage, right? They pay the usage cost of 22 cents per minute of call time. And so where the money is really made, and our goal with this is to get as much usage on the platform as possible. That's where the company as a whole makes as much money as possible, and the usage is relatively passive, right? Because we don't need to do any additional work as they're making calls, as many calls as they want. They just pay for credits as they go. And so building up as much usage on the platform is our goal with it. And so we have the end user side of things, where if a business comes to us, that's where Roger's main role would be to do the fulfillment and build into their business. And then we also have our partner program, which is where people who want to sell the AI, they want to resell our platform to their clients. And so we have a lot of agencies or just brand new fresh beat business owners who want to start a business selling AI, some established business owners who are already making good money. They see the opportunity with AI and they want to resell our platform with, of course, without having to build their own or build their whole team or anything like that. They just want easy access to a good platform. And so that's our main business model, because we can go after businesses and end users, which is great. But we focus more so on the partner program side of things, which is where people come to us, they pay us a one-time fee, and we help them build their entire business to effectively close end users on the AI infrastructure. So we essentially have Insight AI at the top. We have our partners right below us who are paying us to teach them how to sell the AI effectively, and then they're going out and bringing end users to our platform. And so that's kind of what the whole thing looks like, and that's what we've kind of deemed as the most effective route to get cash flow and also, be able to pay all you guys and get minutes building up on the platform. And so I just wanted to kind of break down how we actually function, because I think that's fairly important for you guys to know how we operate as a business and how we bring in cash. But the main thing, our goal is to build as much usage on the platform as possible. Our goal was a fairly ambitious goal, but in the next 6 months, we want to have 250,000 minutes a month on the platform. That's our goal with the usage side of things. I think that's fairly doable.
Just for comparison, right now we're at about 2,000 per month.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, exactly. Because as you guys have known, we have some end users that are trying to use the platform or wanting to use it, but we've run into, little kind of hiccups, little bugs, that sort of stuff that have kind of halted that a little bit, having brought them to the point where they can consistently use it. I don't know if you guys have played around with the AI, but if you use it and you have to call yourself, it does amazing. It's very, very good. But like Christopher mentioned, when we've encountered issues when we run into the batch calls, the large volume of calls, pretty much back to back, that's where we've noticed the quality kind of got affected a little bit. So that's kind of what we've been focusing on right now, because as soon as we're in the position where we're confident with any scenario that we can effectively build this into businesses and not have to worry about any major errors, at least, and confident that these businesses can use it effectively, our job will be to bring on as many, of course, users on the platform as possible. And we're confident that once we have a platform that we are really, really confident in all scenarios, we'll be able to really kind of exponentially bring more usage onto the platform. So right now we're in that kind of spot where we want to make sure that AI is working perfectly in a multitude of these different scenarios. And that's kind of the arc we're in right now, I guess, where once we move past this, then we'll be able to really bring a good amount of usage onto it. So just wanted to kind of debrief you guys a little bit on how we operate.
And just to add a little bit onto what Jack said, the cool thing about the current business model that we're running is that it's a renewable source. So for example, let's say me and Jax were to stop entirely running paid acquisition and not bringing in any more partners. That's our primary focus, is bringing on more partners right now. Even if we were to stop that, we already have 25 partners who have built an entire business around AI or have included our AI into their offer, fully relying on Insight in order to bring more usage to our platform. So even if we stop bringing on any new leads, there's more coming through, more clients, more usage every single day without us doing any work. Now, what we're going to switch to and transition to once we become more confident in the platform is a SaaS model. The reason we aren't right now is because we're not confident enough in our platform to where our churn rate will sustainably be under 4 months for each client. Like, that's a good churn rate. If you have a client who's paying you for at least 4 months, that's good. So eventually, Insight, instead of charging upfront payments for clients, we're going to have most likely 3 packages to start of monthly subscription packages, right? Where people, to use the platform, they pay a monthly subscription plus usage instead of the large upfront payment and usage. Obviously, we'll have enterprise level options and like yearly plans to make it more attractive, right? Where you get a little bit of a discount off. But that's where Insight is heading for. That's where our goal is. And that's, I think, where the usage will stack. Because once we get to the point where we're confident enough that the platform can reach our business to a SaaS model, we can start bringing on affiliates. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Go High Level. It's a CRM that we use a lot for the fulfillment of our AI and what we connect. We play with the workflows in there. It's a very reliable CRM, and they've recently had explosive growth, mainly and solely due to how attractive their affiliate program is. Like, there's people whose sole business model is running and being an affiliate for Go High Level. And Jax, he actually just told me, I think it was in the month of September, it paid over $4 million in affiliate commission alone. So that basically means in that month, they made $10 million from their affiliates, right? And that's the power of having a reliable platform that people use, because once people rely on it, the monthly recurring comes in, it stacks up. So that's basically, I just wanted to kind of add on that, on why our business model is so strong and why the potential is so high for what we're selling, especially in AI, it's upcoming, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And so that's the SaaS model is the goal for sure, because credits and subscriptions, fairly passive, recurring revenue every month, right? And so that's the end goal with it. Of course, we have to push through the kind of phase we're in right now, which we're not in a bad spot by any means. Like Nick said, if we have we're all confident in the platform as a whole, churn will be next to nothing on this, because AI, especially when you build a whole infrastructure into your business, that's not something. It's like switching a CRM, where people hate switching CRMs, even though it's because it is a big headache to switch that type of stuff. Same with AI. As long as we have something that is working very well for these businesses, the churn is going to be next to nothing, or at least small enough to where it's pretty much negligible. And so that's the goal with this, right? And so, like Fadden said, you guys are aware of already, like the node script. We got to get inbound calling in there. Those are pretty core features that add a lot to the platform, especially inbound calling. That's a huge aspect of calls people make. It's outbound or inbound, right? And inbound is a huge use case for a lot of businesses. So those are really the two main features. And then outside of that, there's a couple other kind of minor ones like live transfers, sending SMSs and emails. Those aren't really priorities. Live transfers is one we'd want to get in there. But then once these are done and the code is looking cleaner, and we've all kind of just come together and decided, okay, we're good with what we've done now to move on to the next things, that's where we'll kind of start working on the SaaS features, like being able to white label the platform, being able to add sub accounts inside of it for the people who are reselling it, because we are in a good spot. The software is the main thing that we want to get really working effectively right now, because on the other side, in terms of our acquisition and everything, the way we've set up our business is our partner program. We've pretty much replicated our business 25 times in all of our partners, and they're all relying on our platform and using our platform. So like Nick said, even if we stop going after acquisition, we've trained our partners how to do it effectively, to where we have almost like a little army of Insight duplicates that are selling our platform and bringing on clients, and they're making a good amount of money as well selling it, because it is a high ticket infrastructure. But that's kind of where we're at right now, and so we just want to get through this kind of little phase of little kind of hiccups and stuff with the platform to push through this, to get to the point where we're all confident in it, and then we'll be in a really good spot to really grow much quicker. So yeah, just wanted to kind of debrief you guys on that. I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything, but feel free.
Yeah, the just one more thing. The biggest milestone in the improvement in the platform and what we're going to see is what Fadden realized very quickly is departing from relying on another company. So right now, the entire and when an issue happens, or a feature can't be added, or something goes wrong, we're relying on a major issue, and once we get some of the core features out, that's going to be, I would say, the main change of when we're going to see that large growth. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to cover. I think now Christopher kind of mentioned what he was talking about. Paul, you've been sick, so if you want to mention what you've done, if you haven't done anything, no problem. We can go on the Fadden, and then I know Roger just started training, so there's nothing much there.
Yeah, actually, I've not done anything this week.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, Fadden. Go ahead.
But my main focus for the features were the one thing left to do is to integrate the so if you have that set up, we could prevent clients from having this tiny issues that maybe cost time for you guys. So like Christopher also suggested some ways we could do that. But yeah, it's something we'll have to figure out together.
One thing I want to say as well is we also do have. Of course, there's a few things in staging that it's like that it doesn't have. So the first thing is inset platform. The main reason why we went with this approach is because we don't want to go too crazy with our costs as well. We want to make sure we have, we're basically in the line where, we're not spending too much on infrastructure, but of course our infrastructure is like, not too bad. Like it's somewhere in between where, it's a sort of middle between Jax, Nick, so guys, so basically you guys might be two-factor authentication, email confirmation, and we can have we can just outsource this out to a different service provider that does this. And of course, it's also free on our end. Once we hit more than 10,000 users, we start paying, I think. But that's it's going to take a while since we get to that number. It's just a migration process. My current company right now, we currently do use this. So yeah, it's been proven to be effective. So it might be something worth investigating. Yeah,
Okay,
so I
cool.
just wanted to add some context.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
For sure. Yeah. Like
Awesome. And then Roger just has he's still doing the training, so nothing from him as well. So yeah, I think that's it. We somehow did 30 minutes, and I said
One.
My bad, guys.
Okay, cool. One question. I don't want to extend it too long, but so I'm having a look at the code base and everything. Could you at least point out, because again, now that we have a few new fresh pair of eyes, right? Could you tell us at least what from the code base that you see, what's your top 5 biggest concerns, and how do you feel about everything, and just to get your personal input and everything.
Don't hold back.
Well. Yeah, don't hold back.
Right. So the first thing is I see in database models we have, that's one, and on the second hand we have migration issues. So thirdly is the API. I feel like the API and it's not cohesive. I don't know if it makes sense. It's not centralized, But yeah, those are the 3 main things. And
Cool. Okay. Cool. Appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll take. Yeah. We'll take it moving forward. But yeah. No. Appreciate it, man. Thanks. Okay. Cool. But yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. Does anyone else want to raise anything before I guess we disband it, or we all good?
All good here.
All right.
Good.
All right. Well,
Alright,
thank
cool.
you everyone for joining, and we'll see you all
So-
on the next weekly call.
yep.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
All right.
Take care,
Take care.
guys. Yeah.